how to calm and control your mind during stormy times. We're going to look at what the master Stoic Marcus Aurelius, the information that he has for us of do less, short breaks will pass. So if you are like most super achievers, you are probably trying to exercise 2 hours a day, put in 2 extra hours at work, probably trying to spend 2 extra hours with your family, study 2 more hours on top of that, maybe burn the midnight oil every single night of the week. And in doing so, you are doing too much. And see, Marcus Aurelius, as the emperor, would have known that you could take on too many tasks, and by taking on too many tasks, you're not going to do the task that you are doing well. And so then if you will just begin to offload some of those tasks, the tasks that you do have, you will be able to put 100% effort into. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to build the fulfillment in you. Now, the next thing that he tells us is to take short breaks. You see, he thought it was pretty ridiculous that people should go on long vacation journeys, that they should try to get away from everything because the frustration and the anguish was actually in the person. And for them to travel a long distance to get away from themselves, it's kind of pointless since they brought themselves with themselves. And so he actually says the most sublime place is to take short breaks or short vacations within yourself. But I thought it was the frustration that I was trying to get away from. Like, that's kind of weird that if I took myself with myself on vacation, I'm not escaping myself, but I can escape myself by going into myself. And then Marcus says to do less. And if he says to do less, that should mean I should have longer break periods. Like, doing less should equate to longer break periods. Why then is he telling me to do short breaks? Unless Marcus himself was staying busy trying to accomplish more so that he felt better. And basically he was trying to immortalize himself and throw us off track by telling us to do less while he does more. Well, all of this gets really strange, like when you start getting into everything will pass as well. All this stuff is going to pass. That seems like really good advice when the bad, stormy times hits. Like, just sit around and wait. Like, this too's going to pass. This is going to pass. But then Marcus Aurelius also mentions that everything is going to pass. That my time to do good is passing. That any good that I would do is going to pass. And if everything is going to pass, why do I care about doing more good or less good or more things or less things if it's all just going to pass? Well, instead of trying to figure out if you should do more or less and trying to evaluate that, which is not something you really can do because there are times that short breaks matter. There's time that longer work actually matters. And for you to validate that, you need some sort of superior guidance. And this is where the voice of God actually comes into place. If you are listening for Yahweh to speak, if you will just have your ears attentive, he will tell you the things to focus on that are going to matter the most, that are also going to relax you the most, that are going to calm you the most. Marcus Aurelius also says something that really most people can't grasp or get a hold of. He says, take short breaks. You can't take short breaks. It is very well known that there is some animosity in the workforce between the smokers and the non-smokers. The smokers get to take a lot of short breaks, and the non-smokers get really upset about it. And so anybody that is out there taking on kind of short breaks is kind of creating an environment of toxicity where people around them begin to resent them, and that's going to increase the animosity in their life, not actually lessen it. Not to mention if your boss is paying attention, he's always seeing that you have to take these breaks because emotionally you can't handle what's going on. Like, what gives? And let's say you have a very demanding job where you're working a 12-hour shift or 2 shifts in a row. You barely get a lunch break. How are you supposed to get off into yourself and take a short break. Actually, the scriptures point towards long sacrificial breaks. Like before your work or after your work or in the middle of the night. Take long breaks. Sacrifice your hobbies. Sacrifice sleep time. Sacrifice a meal if you have to. And sit down and actually meditate long form fashion so that you can actually see the things in life that are important. Because what you may be doing is giving yourself to a corporate structure that cares nothing about you, that's just going to burn up all of your life and time and hours, and just going to use you up. And if you take a long sacrificial break, maybe you'll see that I need to take a break from what I am doing all in all. Well, what about the statement that Marcus Aurelius makes about all things, are passing. They're just going to pass on by. No. All things aren't passing. They're culminating. Everything that we do has an effect. It's called cause and effect. And so doing less, taking small breaks, thinking about this too will pass, those are all activities that are designed to actually bring about effects. They're all causes that you can perpetuate to bring about certain fruit and certain results. So the actual secret of life is to be able to find a list of causes and effects that really deeply matter. And that list is found on the pages of God's Word.